Hello again. Today we're going to tie this stalking bug, which I call the black pearl. It's a great little pattern. It works being stripped through the water as well as just sort of thrown in front of fish to get that reaction sort of take, you know, when you're stalking the big rainbows and the still waters. It's a good little fly actually. It's really simple to tie. Like everything I tie really, I try and, you know, sometimes the simple ones are the best ones. So let's just take this one out of the vise. And in the vise, we're going to put a black nickel heavyweight long shank hook in a size 10. And there is a 3.5mm tungsten bead on there. 10 turns of lead. Is with my stalking bugs, I do want them to be heavy. So we're just going to catch the thread on. Thread is UTC Ultra and it's in black and it's in 140. I'm just going to spin it anti-clockwise to flatten the thread out, and I'm just going to come over this lead and just make sure the lead's nicely tied in. Now, piece of black marabou, or as a bloke I used to work with in the shop used to call it Malibu. Anyway, we're going to take a couple of pinches of black, I nearly called it Malibu then, a black marabou. Same with every time we use marabou, we're going to strip all the fluffy bits off the end and line it up. And then we're just going to catch this on. The thread I've taken down to sort of opposite the barb. We're going to catch that on. We're going to have a look and tail length, kind of measure it on my scissors. It's about 1.5 times the hook shank. It's a little bit long actually. You don't want it too long, I don't think. Anyway, in my opinion, obviously, in stalking bugs. And now we're going to put some pearl crystal flash in. So I'm taking 2 strands off the big hank. I'm going to take 2 strands off of here, if it will let me. Come on. There we go. Right. And so I've got my 2 strands, and I'm going to fold them over. And I'm just going to run my thread down to sort of just past the point. I'm going to come round the back with the flash, hold it on the side, holding it on my side, catch it on, bring the other bit round to your side, catch it on, and then I'm going to run the thread up to that bead, and flash length just shorter than the tail. I like it just shorter than the tail. There's that. So now I'm going to take some silver wire, and this is going to be our rib. So I'm going to catch the silver wire in. Again, I'm catching it on my side. I've just caught it on my side, and I'm going to run it down. It's much easier to tie things in on the way down, I feel. So I'm trying to do it upside down so you can see it. All right, so we get down to the base of the tail. Come on, it's just fighting me a little bit. There we go. And now I'm going to tie in some UTC Mirage tinsel in opal. I'm just going to catch that on, and as long as it's tied in, it's good enough, because we're going to wrap this round. Now I'm going to come round with the Mirage tinsel, try and get a nice straight-ish turn at the back, and then holding it fairly tight, I'm going to just make overlapping turns all the way up to the bead. I'm going to take my thread over, I'm going to catch it with my thread. I normally catch it 3 times. 3 times is enough. Just come in front, take some sharp scissors, whoopsie daisy, take some sharp scissors, just nick it and pull that off, and then run your rib up. And the rib's there primarily just to protect the tinsel, and it also gives a nice ribbed effect on the fly. If I can keep hold of it. I've got a really short bit of wire, so in typical me fashion, I'm making life as difficult as I possibly can for myself. Obviously when you do it, take a bigger bit of wire. If you have got a short piece, you can just do what I'm doing here. Take it over, catch it with your other index finger. And then we'll come up, catch the wire with the thread. 1, 2, 3, come in front, a few turns. And then with wire, as always, we're just going to wiggle it. And we'll fatigue the metal, and that will help it to snap. You'll get a much cleaner, much better finish like that. And then it's just a simple case of a tiny bit of wax on the thread, not much. Take whip finish tool, come around, 1, 2, 3, 4 is plenty. Tighten it up nice and tight, trim, and now I'm just going to flash it with a lighter, he says. I can't actually find his lighter. I just want to get rid of, there's a hair here. Before I varnish it, I just want to get rid of it. There you go. Normally I'd flash it with a lighter, but I don't actually know where it is for the minute. And then it's just a case of using a nice clear varnish. You can use UV resin, but I just find this Rimmel 60 seconds in clear is nice and easy. It dries quickly, and it gives a nice coat to the fly. And there we have it. I normally do 2 coats of varnish with this fly. It's going to come round. Obviously I'd wait a lot longer to do the second coat of varnish, mind you tell, to do the second coat of varnish, but obviously because I'm filming this, I'm just going to do it a bit too soon. Just come round, check the shape of your fly, just make sure you're happy. And there we have it. There is the black pearl. It's a great pattern to tie if you're new to fly tying, because it's, you know, you've got the techniques of palmering up, you're wrapping up the Mirage tinsel and overlapping that with your wire, and obviously putting the little flash bits in the back. And it's a great little fly, and it catches fish, you know. You know, I tie a lot of flies up just to see how they're going to go, and this one's been quite successful for me. So again, thank you ever so much for watching. Please like and subscribe the channel, and if you hit the little bell notification, then every time I put a new video on, you'll get notified so you can watch it. And there we go. Thanks for watching.